Have you ever started a diet feeling motivated, only to feel hungry again just a few hours later? That constant urge to snack, no matter how hard you try to stay on track? If that sounds familiar, here's something important. The problem is not a lack of discipline. Most of the time, it's the foods you're choosing. Many people believe that losing weight is simply about eating less. So they reduce portions, cut foods, try to push through, but end up feeling hungrier, craving more, and eventually losing control later in the day. This creates frustration, guilt, and the feeling of constantly starting over. But here's what almost no one explains. Some foods increase your hunger, while others naturally help control it. And this has everything to do with what's happening inside your body. When you eat foods that quickly raise your blood sugar, like highly refined products or poorly balanced meals, your body experiences a rapid spike in energy followed by a crash. And that crash is exactly what makes you feel hungry again shortly after eating. On the other hand, when you choose foods that release energy more slowly and steadily, your body stays stable for longer. That means less hunger, fewer cravings, and much better control throughout the day. So the question is, what are these foods? Let's start with fiber-rich foods. Fiber plays a key role in satiety. It slows down digestion and helps you feel full for longer. It also helps stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing those spikes and crashes that trigger hunger. Foods like oats, vegetables, leafy greens, and seeds are great examples. A breakfast with oats, for instance, will keep you satisfied much longer than refined options. Adding vegetables to your meals also helps extend that feeling of fullness. The second important group is protein. Protein has a direct effect on reducing hunger. It increases feelings of fullness and helps maintain that satisfaction for longer periods. That's why meals with protein tend to be more balanced and less likely to trigger cravings soon after. This includes foods like eggs, natural yogurt, chicken, fish, and other lean meats. Even a simple change, like adding eggs to your breakfast or ensuring a good protein source at lunch, can make a big difference. Now let's talk about something many people fear: carbohydrates. Not all carbohydrates are the same. There are what we can call smart carbs, which provide more stable energy and help control hunger. Examples include potatoes, cooled rice, and legumes like beans, lentils, and chickpeas. When used correctly, these foods don't cause sharp blood sugar spikes and help keep your body balanced. The key is not to eliminate carbs, but to choose and combine them wisely. And that brings us to the next group: healthy fats. Yes, fats can actually support weight loss when consumed the right way. Foods like avocado, nuts, and olive oil are great allies. They increase satiety and help reduce constant cravings, especially for sweets and ultra-processed foods. When you combine fiber, protein, smart carbohydrates, and healthy fats in the same meal, you create something powerful in your body: stability. And that stability is what reduces hunger throughout the day. Now let's make this practical. For breakfast, instead of something quick and low in nutrients, you could choose a combination like oats with yogurt and seeds. This already provides fiber, protein, and healthy fats in one meal. At lunch, a simple plate with vegetables, a protein source, and a portion of carbohydrates like rice or potatoes can keep you satisfied for hours. For snacks, combining fruit with nuts or yogurt is a simple and effective strategy. See how this isn't complicated? The problem is that many people make common mistakes that completely sabotage this process. One of the most frequent is eating carbohydrates in isolation. Eating bread alone, sweets, or refined foods without proper combination tends to create blood sugar spikes, and shortly after, more hunger. Another mistake is skipping meals. It might seem like a good strategy, but it often leads to increased hunger later, making it harder to stay in control. And of course, frequent consumption of ultra-processed foods also disrupts appetite regulation. At the end of the day, everything comes down to one simple idea: what you eat directly influences how hungry you feel. When you choose foods that work in your favor, weight loss becomes much more natural. You don't have to fight hunger all the time. Your body starts working with you. So if you want to lose weight without suffering, without extreme diets, and without constant deprivation, start here. Choose better foods for your meals. Because the truth is simple: you don't need to eat less. You need to eat better. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods is already part of your routine? And which one are you planning to add starting today? Let me know in the comments. Your experience might help someone else too.